I didn't wait for the right opportunity to make my debut in a Telugu film. I was not offered a Telugu film before this. There's an emotional side to him where he wants to take revenge, so he goes against the system. The words coming out of your mouth sometimes when you're mouthing your dialogues are just not correct at all. But you have to look like you're saying the right thing. There's no difference working in the Hindi film industry or the Malayalam film industry or the Telugu film industry. Well, working with Mammootty sir is obviously an absolute pleasure. You just get to learn a lot from someone so experienced and someone so excellent at their skill.
Thank you, sir, and thank you for talking with OTTplay. And this is your first Telugu film, right?
Yes.
So
It's my first Telugu film. It's my debut in Telugu, and hopefully it's not the last.
Why did you take so long? You've been in the industry for like...
You should ask the Telugu film industry why I took so long, because they haven't offered me anything before this. I think now that, there's so much of exchange of actors between industries, it's becoming far easier to go and do a film in Telugu or for Telugu actors to come and work in the Hindi film industry. And strangely, just after this, I got my big opportunity to do a big Malayalam film also. So my debut in Malayalam will be
Bandra.
Sorry, with Bandra. Yeah. Bandra. Yeah. So it wasn't why I took so long. It was I just got the offer, and when I got offered Agent, I thought it was an excellent opportunity to do, and the film, the setup, the director, my co-stars, my producer. I thought it was just the right opportunity to make a debut in a Telugu film.
Basically, what was the pitch that convinced you about your role? What about
the story? It was the story. I heard the story, the whole narration of the story, and the movie is about 3 agents. And since I knew one of the other agents was Mammootty sir, and the younger agent is Akhil, and then they were looking for the third raw agent, and that's me. Firstly, to work with Mammootty sir was amazing, right? Then when I understood that the character is a raw agent gone rogue, and how he takes revenge, he wants to take revenge on the system which betrays him in a way, right? So he's taking revenge on the system, and how a new recruit has to come and try and stop him. I thought it's a great, it's a nice action film. It's about mind manipulation, cat and mouse chase, how the leader of the agency, which is Mammootty sir, how he tries to play these games and manipulate people, and how I think I'm the best and I want to supersede him. So it was just a very nicely written script in terms of the way the characters played out, where I thought this is something I need to do.
So does your character have any shades, or is it a straight up psychopathic bad guy?
He's not psychopathic. He's just every character is gray. There's no characters. There's no truly black and white characters. Everyone is gray because there are reasons for what they do. Why they do what they do. There are reasons for it. So likewise, my character, like I said, he's an agent, well trained by the boss. He's excellent at what he does. But when the system betrays him, there's an emotional side to him where he wants to take revenge. So he goes against the system, and he's out to destroy it. So he's in a frenzy right now, and he's crazy because he's lost something. And when you lose something dear to you, you want to take revenge. And when you want to take revenge, you go all out, right? So that's the madness in the character, which you'll probably see in this film.
So it sounds more like John's character in Pathaan.
Well, you will draw comparisons because there are 3 agents, right? And for one agent to go rogue, something must have happened, right? So people will draw comparisons for sure. It's just that we are coming out 1 month after they're coming out. So people are going to say, oh, that. But if this came out first and then Pathaan came out, then they'll say, oh, that's like Agent,
But so this movie was delayed, right?
Our movie was delayed, yeah. Yeah, it's been delayed because, we took time to shoot certain scenes. There were some location issues, few technical things here and there. So it took its time. And that's why I think it got a bit delayed. But nonetheless, it's still a fun, good experience. It's a 2.5-hour journey in the theater.
So if in case in the event of there's a comparison between you and John's character in Pathaan, what will be your response to it?
Well, people have a right to compare. It's okay. That's all right. I just hope they enjoy the film, and I hope they enjoy me, and I hope they enjoy my character in the film. I'm sure they will draw comparisons because it is similar in a way. It is similar. I'm not saying it's not similar. It is similar in a way. And if people draw comparisons, well and good. Maybe they'll cast me and John in as two characters in the film after this.
Okay. And you said that you waited for right opportunity for to make your debut in Telugu, right? Uh, how did you get this film? How did this film fall in place? Come about?
Yeah. So I didn't wait for the right opportunity to make my debut in a Telugu film. I was not offered a Telugu film before this.
Okay.
But when they offered me this film, I thought, okay, as a debut, it would be a great opportunity because of the entire setup and the story and so on and so forth. How it came about was Surendra Reddy, the director. He'd seen some of my work in The Empire, the show which I did on and which is out on Hotstar. And he saw the character I played. He saw the madness. He saw the attitude. He saw the look. And he thought that could definitely be the third agent because he obviously had a vision of a third agent and how he wanted the agent to look. And when he saw me, he was convinced. So then they called me in for the narration, and I liked the story, and that's when I decided to be a part of the film.
Okay. And did you put any extra effort to make sure that you get the lip sync right? Most of the times when Bollywood actors,
Yes, it's that was the tough part. I mean,
yeah.
and then every time most of the time I'd go on set, my director would say, "Sir, I've changed the lines." You know, after mugging it for one whole day, one whole night, he said, "I've changed the lines because I also write and I feel this is better." So then it became really tough. Then I started mixing Hindi and Telugu words to sort of match the lines, so whoever dubs could make the lip sync perfect. I tried my best. It is time consuming. It is an extra effort you have to put in. It's tougher because the words coming out of your mouth sometimes when you're mouthing your dialogues are just not correct at all. But you have to look like you're saying the right thing. So it's tricky. It is tricky. It's a tricky one to do a movie in a language you're not familiar with, but it's fun nonetheless.
In the process, did you pick up any few Telugu words?
Few Telugu words,
Yeah.
of course. Ella unaru, ఏమండి
ఎలా ఉన్నారు?
చెప్పండి,
Yeah.
ఎలా ఉన్నారు, ఏమండి చెప్పు,
Okay.
చెప్పు, అవుతుంది. So the words are so different also. ఈ పులి ఆకలుంది, ఈ పులి something something.
Yeah.
You speak Telugu?
It's a dialogue in your trailer. I saw it.
Yeah, do you speak Telugu?
Yeah. I speak all four South Indian languages.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not bad. That's good. I speak Tamil. I can speak Tamil, but not Telugu.
You did Kandukunen, right?
Yeah. Because when I
My
grew up in Bangalore, it was with a lot of Tamilians around, so that's why I picked up the language.
that's the best part of living in this city, as like you have neighbor of all sorts. You can speak
Yeah,
every bit of language.
no, it's fantastic. Yeah, but I mean, fortunately or unfortunately, my neighborhood was all Tamilians, so my Kannada was weak, but my Tamil was strong.
Okay.
But I never picked up Telugu ever. But now, if more happens, then I'll have to really learn the language.
What is the best part of working in Southern film industry, South Indian film industry?
Well, for me, it's there's no difference working in the Hindi film industry or the Malayalam film industry or the Telugu film industry. The industry is the same everywhere. I mean, they're all creative people. The technicians do the same things. It's the working process is the same when you're making a film. The environment is different. The language is different, and just the people are different. But I had a wonderful time because in the South they were so welcoming and so respectful, which was amazing. I didn't feel out of place. I didn't feel like I didn't know anybody. Everyone welcomed me and made me feel like I was, their brother or I was at home. So I had an amazing time. I didn't feel anything different as to working in the Hindi film industry. So like I said, it's not like I'm shifting industry. I'm within the same industry, but a different city or a different place. That's it.
So, what can you tell us your working experience with Mammootty and Akhil?
Well, working with Mammootty sir is obviously an absolute pleasure. You just get to learn a lot from someone so experienced and someone so excellent at their skill. Uh, so when I worked with him, all I did was a lot of watching, looking, observing, and yes, we'd have great conversations in between. And when I was shooting with him, the scenes I did with him, it was, I wanted to be, it just brings out the best in you as an actor because it challenges you. You want to be the best at your game. And with Akhil, it's just a lot of young, fun energy, great time. He's such a nice human being. I mean, everyone, even the Mammootties, are just both really lovely human beings. So my working experience was a treat. It was an absolute treat over there.
What can audience expect from Agent?
What can the audience expect?
Yeah.
The audiences should and can expect a really fun 2.5 hour roller coaster ride of some great action, some fun characters playing insane characters. Basically, just escape, enjoy the popcorn, take your friends, your family, and just have fun watching this mad roller coaster action film.
Okay. Are you familiar with like Telugu films? What kind of films?
Yeah, I've watched a couple of films because every time my friends suggest movies to watch, I do watch. I mean, I've seen most of Rajamouli sir's films. Then after being signed by Surendra Reddy, I watched his kick in some of the movies he's made. So I do watch every now and then Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam. If something is suggested to me, I do watch them.
What are your all-time favorite movies? 5, if you can
My
give me 5
all-time favorite movies. Well, recently I did love watching Vikram. I loved RRR. I enjoyed KGF. I enjoyed Pathaan. So I mean, they're not my all-time favorite, but these are the recent few which I really enjoyed. Drishyam. Some of the films I had a great time watching. I was engaged. If for 2.5 hours, I was completely consumed by these films. So
Malayalam
yeah, these are the recent. Sorry?
Malayalam or Hindi? Drishyam.
Oh no, I saw the Hindi version. I didn't see the Malayalam version.
Okay.
Is that better?
I think I'm a fan of Mohanlal, so.
Okay, I didn't. Unfortunately, I didn't see the Malayalam version. I only saw the Hindi version with Ajay, and I liked it. I liked part 1 and I liked part 2.
Okay, so if I ask you like 5 best shows that you would recommend everyone to watch.
I like Beef, which is I'll give you the ones which I saw recently. Beef was really fantastic. I'm watching Jubilee and I'm really enjoying it. I think it's wonderful. You should watch Empire. It's a great show. There's the one with the lady plays chess. What was that
Queen's
show?
Gambit.
Queen's Gambit.
Yeah.
Queen's Gambit. Terrific. That's another brilliant show. Yeah. So these have been really, really interesting shows.
Great. And thank you, sir. Thank you for your time and all the best. And I look forward.
Thanks, Manoj. Go watch the film.
Definitely. I'll be reviewing it. Yeah.
Yeah. I just hope I'm good in it.
Sure, sir. All the best. And
thank you.
bye.
Thanks, Manoj. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
man.
thanks.
Take care. Bye.